sick to me.
But so at this whole point, now the gang's like, we have to save Scooby because I guess they figure out that like there's this ritual and they're going to take all the souls of the people and do something with them. Again, so unclear. And we paid attention.
Unclear.
We paid attention to this movie.
Yeah,
and
we're smart.
We're smart, but we still have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
But they know what this thing is going to happen, so they go lay this trap at the secret vat lair, which again, no one's guarding.
Yeah. There's like how many guards?
Right.
And nobody's there.
And they invite these kids to come investigate. And they're like, they're not going to find it.
Yeah.
Odd. But so they set up this trap and it goes all horribly wrong. All the people come in who are like with the monsters inside them.
Yeah.
And Mr. Bean comes out. It's like, oh my God, Mr. Bean's the bad guy.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh my God. Wow.
If only there was another character that we could have guessed it might be.
Yeah.
And then Scooby comes out and Shaggy goes over and is like, Scooby, I'm so sorry. Like, I should have believed you. You're my best friend. You're a dog, but I love you. Like, you're the only one for me.
Okay, obsessed.
That's really cute.
Bestiality?
Pretty close.
Tones up.
A color. A hint.
A hue.
A
shade.
Oh my God. Someone was an art history minor.
I was. And I was.
And she was. But anyway, Scooby's like, oh my God, you do love me. And then he's about to escape. But then the Damon-ritis, like, carves into Scooby's body and takes out his soul.
Yeah.
And then Shaggy's like, not my friend, and swipes the thing away. Scooby's soul snacks back. But Mr. Bean absorbs everyone else's soul. But something goes wrong.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. He gets knocked over.
And gets knocked over and he's like glitching.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, Mr. Bean is a robot.
A robot.
Inside the robot,
Scrappy Dappy Doo.
you guessed it, Scrappy-Doo.
Which
we have to talk about. Scrappy's like a dog.
Right.
Who can talk, who urinates on people. But he can build human-sized and entirely believable replicas
Yeah.
in robot form of human beings.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
What
at
also
all.
doesn't make sense is, did he know these demons existed?
Yeah.
Did he take advantage
Did he come
of
to
it?
this island because he knew about it? Or did he just find them while he was there?
Yeah.
Or did he invent them? Or are they ancient? They never ever explained.
Unknown. I think it's supposed to be like unknown. Like they're always there. But
Yeah.
then how did Scrappy know?
It just doesn't really make sense.
It doesn't. But then Scrappy's like, fuck it. I have the souls already. And he beefs up into this hunky red dog.
So sexy.
So huge, beefy, beefcake dog. And he starts like attacking everyone. The gang's like, gotta do this. They attack. They launch their missions and they slice and they dice. And they obviously win. Oh,
Yeah. But
Daphne
has her iconic paradigm shift of a fight where she's in a latex lilac, like ankle to like cleave suit,
which the
And
movie
it's
wants
so
us to
beautiful.
believe is a fall color.
Yeah, and it just doesn't really make sense. Like someone earlier, as Dan said, someone tells her that's a fall color. What are you doing in like purple? No, it's not.
Fall. It's not a fall color.
It's not a fall color.
Like maybe magenta.
Maybe magenta would be a fall color.
Maybe
Or
like
a dark
crimson.
dark purple. But like
No, crimson's winter.
crimson is winter because like Christmas.
Good point.
But like, I feel like you wear any shade of purple during any time. To be completely honest.
Absolutely.
Like it's timeless, and it's just like shut up. So she has this
Absolutely.
iconic fight. The only time she really shows her kung fu, that she spent 2 years learning. You think she would utilize that more,
Right? Because she's a damsel in distress.
Because she's a damsel in distress. Oh my God, we completely forgot. She's talking about how she's a damsel in distress like 10 or so times, and just shut up.
Well, I feel bad for her
I
because
do.
she is always captured. But I think that was like her character arc was like, I'm not going to be a damsel in distress. But then she is. And she's like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
But I'm still strong.
I'm okay with the sexism that's occurring.
But I'm going to have moments where I'm overpowering it.
I'm gonna work it like a girl boss.
It's
So
very
basically,
that.
she does her part. She opens the vent, which a disco ball descends.
Right. It casts light on this disco ball because, as we learned earlier, the monsters can't do sunlight.
Yeah.
So the monsters disintegrate because the disco ball Scrappy-Doo loses his power. He's defeated.
Mm-hmm.
He's taken away by the FBI. We find out that Mr. Bean was actually a nice guy who was living in a hole in the ground.
Which is so... There's these little moments which really take me out of this movie, and that was one of them, because Scrappy-Doo was going to unleash 1,000 years of darkness.
Because he was kicked out of the group.
Because he was kicked out of a group, which, like, relatable. I get really angry when people don't want to be friends with me.
You would.
But, like, you were going to unleash 1,000 years of darkness, but you fed this random man? Or maybe he lived off
for
bugs,
years.
And, like, you didn't kill him? Like, a loose end like that seems a little unrealistic.
But anyway, they take Scrappy away. Spiky Hairman is back. He's applauding.
He's applauding. Right.
Everyone's kissing. Daphne and Freddy are together because
Yeah.
that was something we were supposed to believe was happening the whole movie, even though they had no intimacy.
Yeah, and then Velma kisses that random guy.
I don't think they kiss.
Oh, really?
I think it's like, we're together.
And then Shaggy kissed Mary Jane, maybe?
They're definitely together.
They're definitely together. And then Scooby bites his tail.
Yeah, he's something like that.
Sniffs his butt.
Movie over. Credits roll. But wait, there's one more scene.
There's one more scene.
Which we have to talk about.
Yeah,
the movie
so funny.
So funny. The movie ends with a scene of them eating hot peppers. But why?
There's no allusion to hot peppers throughout the entire movie. We're not told hot peppers grow on this island. We're not told there's a stock of them.
What is the agriculture of this island?
True.
This is what I needed to know.
Yeah, I think there's no plants on this island, really, because, like, it's an amusement park.
They could have put that in the movie.
Yeah, it just didn't really make sense.
But
there's no build up.
But the movie, like, you have this hour-and-a-half movie with no character development, no very cohesive plot, confusing as hell, and you end the movie with a scene of them, like, eating peppers, and they're like, it's so hot. And that's how you want to end your film?
Yeah.
This is the writer who ended up going on to direct Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a movie that did fairly well in the box office.
Good.
It's
not
good.
Bad.
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. The writer was like, we're shooting this.
Yeah. And it's just, I heard some actors and actresses, like, didn't want to be a part of Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a huge letdown because it ended up doing really well. But they didn't want to do it because they saw, like, this man's only previous work was Scooby-Doo Spooky Island.
Well, he did other stuff, but this was his, like,
most prominent.
Creme de la creme.
Oh, yeah. And it's just like, okay. So he kind of, like, shot himself in the foot. And then I guess he's good now. But then he got canceled for doing something I really don't even know.
Doesn't matter.
And he got uncanceled. They literally fired him from directing Guardians 2 and then rehired him. Ugh. And it's just goes to show, like, canceling doesn't work.
Cancel culture does not exist, Ben Shapiro. Do you hear me?
Ben Shapiro, come on. Stop being such a baby.
Okay, so that's the plot.
Yeah.
That's the plot.
Wow,
that took a very long time.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoyed.
So characters.
Characters. My question for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in this movie, let's say you were a girl on this island, and you saw some rando, and you saw the mystery gang coming in, who would you be going after?
If I was in my depression phase, which I still am, Shaggy, because I don't like myself, because I think I deserve someone less than me.
Oh.
To make me feel better.
I see.
So I'd go for Shaggy, because he's cute. The actor's cute.
He's fine.
He's cuter than Freddie Prinze Jr.
Shut up.
You know he is. Goodbye.
That's incorrect.
I do think Freddie was one of my sexual awakenings.
He's sexy.
He's sexy, but I think me right now...
He's not the sexiest.
Right.
But he's okay.
But I think if I was at a bar, if I was at the Spooky Island bar, and I saw Freddie and Shaggy, I would go up to Shaggy. What about you?
Freddie. I mean, there's very few men in this movie.
There are.
But Freddie for sure outpeaks Shaggy because Shaggy definitely smells bad.
Right.
Confirmed. He lives with a dog.
One could gather.
One could gather from the appearance, from the burping, from the eating.
From the van he lives in.
From the van he lives in, that he maybe is not clean. But Freddie, I feel like, smells good. I feel like he wears cologne. I like his little clean cut sort of hair.
I feel like he'd be mean to me.
He's very self-indulged, which I like. But no, I definitely Freddie over Shaggy.
Okay.
There's not many other men to compare to.
Yeah. There's that one random Velma boyfriend, but he didn't even have a name.
He didn't have a name. He's cute, but he's not like he's not up there.
You know, I would go for spiky haired guy, to be completely honest.
Spiky haired guy. Google him, everyone.
Google him, please. Mr. Bean's not on the list.
Oh.
Although Scrappy is. And Scooby is too.
Wait, now I want to know if you were a character in the movie.
Which one would I be?
Which one would you be?
I would be Daphne because I feel like I'm a mix of Velma and Daphne, but I'm much more Daphne.
Even though you dress like Velma.
Even though I do dress like Velma. It's weird. Like, I will either dress fully like Velma or fully like Daphne.
True.
Like, bimbo.
Or how we're dressed right now, which is sweatpants.
And my outfit does not make sense. You do not want to look at me right now.
You look like a very cute watermelon.
Oh, thank you.
You're wearing like pink, juicy couture kind of pants.
Yeah.
And like a American Eagle long sleeve tee.
Yeah, very cute, very cute.
It's
with
like
a hood.
A long sleeve hoodie.
And Danielle's in some corduroys.
I am.
And Gryffindor socks, turf. And a champion sweatshirt, which is a really cute color of periwinkle.
Thank you. Oh, is this periwinkle?
I guess.
You're right, it's blue.
It's like light blue.
Wait, periwinkle's purple.
Periwinkle's like a light blue. Like a light white blue.
I believe you, but also
it's like the Google Docs blue.
It's purple.
Okay, wait, let's look.
It's purple. I just Googled
Okay,
it.
that's it. That one's it. It's pretty similar. Oh, never mind.
It's purple.
Okay.
It's okay. I see where you went with it.
It's like
pastel-y, sort of bluey.
It's the periwinkle of blue. It's the blue of periwinkle. I don't know. Whichever one of those sentences made more sense, that's the one that it is. Which character would you be?
Great question. I would I don't really identify with many of them. I would say I'm a mix of Freddie and Velma.
Right.
I feel like I'm practical like Velma. I like to think I'm smart. I would want the attention.
Right.
That would be me. But I feel like I'm also a little bit of Freddie in his sort of like leadership, but also his like lack of self-awareness. I identify. So probably a mix of them, which is interesting because they are a foil in the movie.
They are.
They do have unspoken sexual tension.
They do.
And I think they should have gotten together rather than Freddie and Daphne.
Because there's that one scene in the castle where Freddie's like, Daphne, you come with me. And Velma's like, I want to go with you.
I'm pretty sure Freddie and Velma spend more screen time together than Freddie and Daphne.
Yeah. So then Daphne goes off by herself, which is like, okay, you're not a damsel. We get it.
We get it.
And then Scooby and Shaggy like do whatever. They're just dumb.
They
have no personality.
They have no personality, and also, what are they doing?
Yeah. And then Freddie has no personality, and then Velma doesn't do anything. I mean, Velma has some character arc, and then Daphne has some character arc, but nobody else grows.
No one has any character arc.
Yeah.
There's no character in this movie.
Yeah.
There's no plot. But I would say definitely some mix of the two.
Yeah.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's very little plot.
Yeah. Okay, what else?
We're almost done. We're almost at the end. Now we're going to talk about the moments that in this film that we feel like defined us as people, sort of that resonated with us.
Right.
That's a good word.
Yes.
That's a good word. And that we feel like we really grabbed onto.
Yeah, and like identified with.
That's the one.
So I, as a trans woman, when I was a little kid watching this show,
movie.
Watching this movie, I was like, oh my god, why do I want to be Daphne so bad? Why do I want to have this girl power? And you know, the misogyny she faces. This is so weird and such an odd feeling. But and I'm sure other trans women in the audience can agree, misogyny almost makes me feel good.
Ooh.
When I face it, because it like, oh my god, I'm being treated like a woman.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean?
I hear that.
Like, yes, oh my god, I wish it didn't exist. I wish women's oppression didn't exist. But also I'm like, okay, well, at least they're not treating me like a man.
Right.
You know what I mean?
At least you're being seen.
So, like, I do identify with... And, you know, it's interesting. As soon as I transitioned, I started feeling that damsel in distress moment. Where it's like, okay, but come on, take me seriously. And, like, the same sort of thing with Velma. And just in general. Just, I don't know. I felt like I had different expectations set for me. And I could definitely relate to the struggles Daphne and Velma were having with, like, their credit being taken away. Like, there's not, as a woman, and, like, I'm sure all female students out there listening will resonate with this. There's nothing worse than being the only girl in an all-male, like, lab group or, like, partner project. Because they will not take you seriously. And they will make you do all the work. And they will make you do all the work while simultaneously assuming that you are incapable of doing it. It's just weird.
Garbage.
And those are my feelings about.
And I feel like you also like could rock that latex suit.
Thank you.
The high boots.
I want one.
You could do it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Those go-go boots?
Yes. You should really get a pair of go-go boots and like a full latex suit.
Yeah.
That would be very sexy.
And like sexually awakening wise. Because like since I was reared as like a straight boy, I assume, I guess. I was like, my sexual awakening was Freddie, I guess. When I was a kid, I thought Freddie was cute. And then now that I'm an adult, I think Shaggy's cute. Which it should be the opposite.
It should be the opposite.
But yeah, what about you? What about these characters when you were a kid watching it made you realize?
Great question. I think for me, I sort of wanted to like sandwich myself between Freddie and Daphne.
Love.
I think they are both obviously attractive people.
They're looking for a third.
That's what Velma does in this movie. She is their third. The fluffer?
Have you heard this term?
No.
It's someone who will come. It's an extra in porn, and they will come in and like sexually stimulate the actors because like
they're not attracted to each other.
If they're not attracted to each other,
that's
they,
so
like,
interesting.
Don't record it.
I just watched an episode of The Crown where someone sort of does that.
Wait, really? I don't remember that.
In season 2, it's Tony. Remember Tony?
No.
Margaret's soon-to-be husband.
Oh yes.
He's in a
I
hated him. He's in a relationship with a man and a woman, and the man and the woman, I guess, don't really have sex unless he's there.
That's iconic.
I know, because the woman's like, "I'm pregnant and I think it's yours," and she's like, "What about your husband?" And she's like, "It's 99% chance it's yours."
Yeah, I love that.
Fluffer. That's what I want to be with Freddie and Daphne.
Love.
So I feel like as a bi person, I was like, I want to be with them. I want to both like be in their relationship and also their child and also their younger sibling. It's a very weird dynamic. But
also their parent.
Also their parent.
And their guardian.
And their dog.
Yes.
Hot, right?
Hot.
Walk me on a leash.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I think for me, that was like probably the moment that I held on to where I was like, they're beautiful and also cool.
Yeah.
And also narcissistic. So they wouldn't even like care about me. Yeah. So that's that. And I think that's it. So what we're going to do at the end of every episode, after we've watched a movie or TV show, this is like a really long episode, but it's the first.
Right.
We need
to explain how things work around these parts.
Exactly. We got to get you in. We're going to rank the movies on a binary scale from twink to productive member of society. Twink being 0. Obviously. Productive member of society being 10. Leliana, how would you rank this movie?
I rank this a twink because I think it is the most confused jumble mess of a movie. I think it makes 0 sense. Even for a children's movie, I think it makes 0 sense. There's no through line whatsoever.
Absolutely.
The only redeeming quality are the characters. The plot is garbage. The characters are fine. And it's mainly the wardrobe that I love. For Daphne, because she has a bunch of cool costume changes. I was about to say, where does she keep these clothes? But then I remember.
She brings like 40 luggages. She brings
like 40 bags, which like I'm obsessed with and like totally relate to.
I hear you.
I give it a twink.
I'm not that harsh on it. I'm giving it like a femboy, which is a solid 1, a straight femboy. Solid 1. Because I agree. There was no logic to this film. They were trying to do too much with like the mystery, with the supernatural, and nothing ended up sticking in a way that I watched this movie and I was like, I get what's going on.
Right.
I'm connecting. But it's not a 0 because maybe it's a 1.5. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a 0 because Scooby-Doo was
He's funny.
quite funny. He did make me laugh.
Yeah.
I did laugh out loud.
Also, the CGI was not bad.
CGI was not bad.
It was
Watchable.
not bad at all. It was watchable. It was fine.
For 2002.
It holds up. Even in 2020, it's fine.
It's fine.
I wouldn't expect Scooby-Doo to look more realistic than that.
Absolutely
because
not.
if it was like a real dog, it would look weird.
Absolutely not. And I think for me, I'm very confused because this is a movie that I feel like a lot of people our age unironically enjoy.
Yeah.
And we have one friend in particular who shall remain nameless. Her name is Maddie.
Her name's Maddie, but we didn't say her name.
We didn't say her name. Who loves this movie because it does hold like a very special place in a lot of people's hearts. And I really wanted to give it a chance.
Yeah.
But it just didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I will say there were redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
The costumes, Scooby-Doo, the fact that there was an amusement park.
Yeah, that was fun.
Like that.
That was a fun aesthetic.
Would go there.
We would spend there.
Oh my God. First of all, it's all inclusive.
Oh, yeah.
We can go on the rides all we want.
Yeah.
We can eat all we want, drink all we want,
get murdered.
solve a mystery, get murdered, get abducted, turn into a monster.
Been there.
A weekend.
I already turn into a monster when it hits noon. So when I wake up.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know it.
Uh-huh.
So that's probably how I'd rank it.
Right.
Well, anyway, we've reached the end of our episode.
Yeah.
I hope you all enjoy our first ever episode of Nostalgia BTQ.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I'm going to ask you all listeners. If you enjoyed today, I'm hoping that I have the technological capabilities to put this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever else you find your podcasts.
Right.
I'm going to try.
Mm-hmm.
If you enjoyed, please leave us a review because I've listened to a lot of podcasts and they say that's how they get noticed. So we would love to have more people listen in. And if you leave a review and it's 5 stars,
right?
Please recommend only if it's 5 stars.
You have to.
You have to. You don't have to, but you have to.
We'll find your IP address.
You are transphobic and homophobic.
Yeah.
If you don't leave us a 5-star review.
Not in a good way at all.
And not in the Abby Shapiro way.
Yeah.
No way. If you leave us a 5-star review, I said it again.
Mm-hmm.
And please recommend a movie or TV show from the early 2000s and late 1990s to the early 2010s that you would like us to talk about, especially if it has some queer moments for us to talk about. We will absolutely watch it. We would love to take your recommendations and watch some new stuff that we haven't really heard about or thought about.
No matter how obscure, we want weird stuff.
For sure we do.
Please.
We have stuff lined up that we've seen, we love, we think will be fun to talk about.
Yeah.
But please give us a recommendation. If you leave us a review, we will absolutely take those recommendations because we have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
We're just chilling.
We're bored. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 12:30 at night. And
no way.
Yeah, it is. And we are still talking about Scooby-Doo, Scabby Island.
When are you?
Where and who are you?
And why were you?
And why? Just why?
Come on.
We have many questions.
Yeah.
That is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
But do you have anything you'd like to say, Leliana, before we depart?
Illy.
Illy.
Yeah. Illy too.
Oh my God, are we dating?
Oh my. That was us kissing.
That was very realistic sound effects.
That's the sound of us kissing.
We just kissed over the mic. That was really cute.
Oh my God, so cute.
Well, that's it.
Okay.
We're gonna go eat some Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you too.